So, today we're once again going to talk about Mind Hacking, the book written by somebody. You're probably going to find it somewhere in the title or in the description of the video and or the podcast, depends on where you are. But yeah, I don't want to scroll up because I just don't want to lose this, this position there, because then I have to search for it and then it takes a little bit longer and stuff like that. So I don't want to do that. And just besides the fact that, well, it is actually quite of an important fact and information. But yeah, anyway. So your mind, I'm going to go ahead with reading, by the way. Your mind runs in compelling but retrainable mental loops based on your emotion, thought, action patterns. In computers, various loops, mental loops, counting loops, conditional loops, and infinite loops perform functions as diverse as playing pranks and improving coding efficiency. Minds also run on loops. Through repetition, a human baby goes from being helpless to being a complex, walking, talking entity in only 3 years. Powerful, repetitive loops during a child's upbringing affect his or her self-image lifelong. The content of the loops can become self-fulfilling. Negative effects like addictions arise from faulty mental loops. There are mathematical simulations, financial simulations, and weather simulations, but most important, there are mental simulations. Like a coder fixing bugs in a better software release, you can debug your frustrating mental loops. Use the 5 whys technique. It's wise, it's not ways, it's wise. Wise technique to reveal the roots of a bad loop by asking why. Over and over up to 5 times, drilling down if necessary to get a real answer. Every time you think you've found an answer, ask why again. Use third-person perspective to imagine what you would say to someone else who faced your current problems. The acrostic metal, quote unquote, my emotion, thought, action loop. Metal. My emotion, thought, action loop. Okay. Reminds you that your fears, thoughts, and problems arise in the looping emotion, thought, action sequence. To debug these loops, identify them and write them down. So I do want to point out this why technique. It's known. It's not the first time that I'm hearing about it, but I have forgotten about it, to be honest. I really have, but it is pretty powerful. For example, let's actually just do it really meta. Why am I recording? Well, is it meta? No, it's not really meta, but anyway. Why am I recording? Because I feel like that this is something that gives me some purpose in life, maybe. Why do I need purpose in life? Because without purpose in life, I wouldn't really feel good. Why aren't you feeling good? And so on and so on and so on. So you can really go deep. Might have not been just the best example, but whatever it is, whatever you are grieving about, whatever you're sad about, whatever you're just not really happy about, please ask yourself this question, and then you're gonna see, and then you're gonna see, and then you're gonna feel and notice, and that's cool. That's amazing. That's really amazing, and I actually gotta have to highlight that. But I don't want to highlight the whole fucking thing, please. Inserting new positive loops into your mind helps you change your external reality to match your internal reality. Discover the reality of imagination. By inserting a fresh, quote-unquote, positive loop, a clear picture of what you want, at the end of habitual emotion, thought, action sequences, you can reprogram your mental matrix and your reality, therefore, as well, which is definitely the case, because if you change how you think about things, just mentally speaking, then it's also going to change reality. If you believe that you haven't been hurt, then you are not hurt. But if you believe that you were hurt by these words, by this person, then you were, which is a pretty huge thing. And actually, indeed, in the first time I've heard about it, and it is a Stoic thing, Stoicism as a philosophy. I do not want to say they came up with this, but it's very deep in what they do and in what they believe. And it is an example, I think, they've also used. I don't know. Anyway, my point is that, what is my point? What have I even been talking about? Well, anyway. Anyway. Inserting new positive loops into your mind helps you change your external reality to match your internal. Oh, I've already read that, I guess. Your loops create your thoughts create your action, and your actions create your life. Therefore, the quality of our loops determines the quality of our lives. Fix your loops to fix your life as well. Psychologist Laura King found that people who every day, write down the vision of their best possible future self, become happier, more upbeat, and healthier. Close your eyes and imagine that self for 5 minutes. Imagine your ideas clearly, as Amazon founder Jeff Bezos did with his unprecedented first click ordering concept, makes them realizable. I think it's realizable, but anyway. To reprogram your mind, you need a quote-unquote blueprint. Write down your positive loops with regular reminders so that you just get reminded on them. Develop positive thought loops to override negative ones. Positive reinforcement works by yelling no at your mind. Positive reinforcement works, but yelling no at your mind won't shift it or calm it. Flesh out your loops with depth, detail, and possibility. Find things you appreciate because gratitude transforms thinking. Take empathetic care in selecting your mental loops. But a self-confident I pronoun in your loops. Ask yourself what you want in a positive way so you add value to the world. Finding the you behind you is the ultimate mastery. Star Trek was wrong. Space is not the final frontier. This is the final frontier, this exploration beyond the mind. Keep a methodical written overview of your mind to avoid getting stuck working in it. Short, simple, flexible plans are best. Record them, write them now by listing your activities. Listing your activities. The act of writing everything down gives you an overview of your progress and reshapes bad cognitive habits. Create a writing blueprint of 5 main goals as a reminder, an opportunity to reflect, and a basis for improvement. Harness the power of repetition by practicing concentration and writing positive loops. Repetition establishes new grooves in your thinking. Imagination games clarify your desire to quote-unquote feel, do, have, give, and also be. Use imagination games to train yourself to avoid positive or negative mental or magical thinking. Choose a mood like calm or empowered that you would like to feel. Imagine one thing you would do if you inherited 50 million. What world-changing contribution would you make? These games include 5 words, which is the first one. What 5 adjectives would you want someone at your funeral to use to describe you? Use these words down to express. Write these words down to express your desired sequence of feel, do, have, give, and be. Write down the positive loops that correspond to the 5 words you choose. I gotta actually have to be honest. It is an amazing thing. It is an amazing game or task or thought or however you actually want to call it. I think it's pretty amazing. I think it's pretty cool. Period. Yeah. So how do you want to be remembered? In which way? What words should these people use? And I also like writing down the positive loops that corresponds to the 5 words you choose. What habits do you have to establish, or what positive loops, so to speak, do you have to establish to get to being this person? I think it is an amazing question to ask yourself because, you want to be this person. So what should you do? What do you have to do? What makes sense to do? To indeed be this person or become this person, to be a bit more precise, I guess. 10 Million Jack. This is based on the true story that comedy star Jim Carrey wrote himself a personal check for 10 million when he was a broke aspiring actor. This is a way to flip negative thoughts to positive. Write and then read an aspirational reminder every day. You really did that? Pretty cool. I gotta have to be honest, there is a lot of ways how you can actually be pretty unhappy in your life and with what you have. But there is also a ton of ways how you could indeed be quite happy about who you are, what you do, and whatsoever. Just speaking, just saying, it is indeed the case. Really, really, really. Smiling in the shower. Use your mental downtime to bring positive loops to mind. Forcing a smile makes you feel happier, which is actually apparently the case. But I find that not to be the best thing to do because, forcing yourself to be something can work indeed, and it apparently also works. But if you're really down, you're not gonna smile. You're just not gonna smile. And I'm speaking out of very recent experiences. You're not gonna smile whatsoever. There is no way that you're gonna. You can be the happiest person on the fucking planet, no, actually not. But yeah, you can. But if you're really unhappy, like really, really unhappy, there's not gonna change. Well, I don't know if you're gonna have the energy. I don't know if you have the possibility, the energy to then smile and be like, wow, I'm the happiest person on this fucking planet, because you're not, and you actually know that. So it is a difficult thing and a strange thing to, yeah, it's difficult. Reminding your mind. Create and set up a system to remind you to be positive. Good idea, by maybe having something on your phone screen, having something on your wrist, having something somewhere that you're seeing every single fucking time you do something. Shall we play a game? Think through the steps required to reach your goal, not just the result. Always important, what do you really have to do? Block and tackle. Mentally stimulate the difficulties of each step you need to take toward your objective. Yeah. I mean, we really could kind of combine them into just 3, I guess. Well, anyway, self-simulation. Take a third-person view of yourself as if watching yourself give a speech. This can propel you to take real-world action. Indeed, we are really good at helping other people, but we are really bad at helping ourselves. Which is just, I think, and I always believe in that we all have seen that, that we all have been able to just help somebody of us out with whatever it might have been about, and being like, well, everything is going to be fine, and you just have to do this and have to do that. But then we find ourselves in the exact same motherfucking situation. We feel like everything is bullshit and everything is fucked up. But on the other hand, this guy or this dude that you have helped out might just say the exact same shit to you as you did to them. And I would actually argue that it helps. I would actually argue that it helps to just feel better then, if you indeed just talk to people. I mean, talking to people is one of the best things you actually can be doing, at my point of view. And I think some people actually sharing this opinion with me. But anyway, share the dream. Tell a trusted person about one of your positive loops, which as well is an amazingly good idea, I'm not gonna lie. To make your goals real, work with others. Newpedia, an early version of Wikipedia, failed because it lacked the mass collaboration central to Wikipedia's success. Yeah. What the fuck? When you think of your 5 goals, what is the thought loop that will get you there? Choose your thought loops carefully, for they will determine the future direction of your life. But I mean, yeah, of course, if they just don't work out, then just choose other ones, As recovering alcoholics well know, assisting others helps you too. As you teach, you build knowledge, personal accountability, and self-understanding. This reciprocity feeds positive change. And I just remember something. I should, since I'm gonna go out a bit afterwards, because I want to enjoy this day a bit. Yeah, that's it. And I'm then gonna upload things, and everything is hopefully gonna work out as I want it to work out. But yeah, this is actually very important. Helping other people to help yourself. Small, doable, replicable sub-goals create a momentum toward big breakthroughs. Well, should I actually... I have to go through the whole one now. To avoid being overwhelmed, plan your small actions that add up to reaching your goal. Use the mind focus acronym LASER, limited, achievable, specific, evaluated, repeatable, to guide your micro actions. See them as a part of a video game in which you attain higher levels as you progress. Within LASER, do routine daily mind games focusing on a relevant sub-goal, mirroring the dynamics of pushing a child's swing. Well-timed nudges from your microactions will create a repeating resonance that increases your upswing toward a big goal and set up favorable habits. Starting small is quite often a good idea. These quote-unquote powerful techniques can help you accomplish anything you can imagine, whether that's losing weight, changing habits, starting a business, finding love, or building wealth. This challenges your intuition and opens a final frontier for exploration. Follow the mind hacking system with dedication and a sense of fun. On your practice sheet, set up a 21-day schedule of mind games, recording the results, reprogramming your thinking, and rewarding your progress. And now there's actually a 21-day kind of example thing, I guess. Accepting the quest. Set a daily time to work on hacking your mind, which is day 1. Day 2, what was my mind just thinking? Track how often you check in with yourself daily. Pretty cool one. I still really believe in that and really like that. The third one, squirrel. Be aware of what tugs at your attention or breaks your flow. Are you as distractible as a squirrel? Day 4, the 1 hour investment. Take an hour to turn off unneeded digital alerts. Count how many distractions you ditched. Quite many, I guess, if I do this. Day 5 and 6, concentration. Begin meditating 20 minutes daily. Record your progress. Follow the meditation routine until it's embedded. Day 7 through 10, name that loop to the concentration exercises. Use the 5 ways to examine any negative mind loops, worst case scenarios, or third person perspectives. Do a mind game daily that helps you activate your feeling. Do have, give, and be cycle. Keep practicing and rewarding yourself. Days 11 through 14, continue the concentration game. Add your right now exercises to the mix. Day 15, reminding your mind. Continue to concentrate and write down your progress. Carry out additional mind games that remind you of your positive loops. Days 16 through 18, the simulator. While still doing concentration and writing exercises, add 1-minute mental stimulations of positive loops. Reward yourself consistently. Day 19, share the dream. Do all the previous day's activities and tell a friend about a positive loop. Sharing your goals makes you more likely to achieve them. Days 21 and 20, the laser. Write a single sub-goal. Use the laser to develop a small step toward it and take that step. On day 21, check it off as done or set a simpler or different sub-goal and do it too. And yeah, with that being said, I really want to end this episode there, so I'm now able to go out and just do something. I wish the best health of happiness and all success, and also hope that you're going to remind yourself and you're going to be remembered, which basically means your legacy, and basically means just being a nice person and then being remembered as a nice person, which is a pretty fucking cool thing. 3 other questions that I'm having for you are: why are you here? What are you trying to change, and what is bothering you the most? These 3 questions are hopefully going to show you your purpose and maybe even a business idea, which is a fucking cool thing. Yeah. One other question that I'm actually having for you is: what could you particularly say to another person that is gonna indeed change their fucking life? Because I believe we all can say something, whether it is a compliment or just something else that's nice. We all can say something. We really all can say something that is nice and cool and honest. It should be honest. And yeah, I am hopefully gonna see you the next time. So maybe subscribe to the podcast and or to the YouTube channel. And yeah. Bye bye and have a beautiful day or night or evening or whatever. I'm gonna see you the next time. Bye bye.